What's up, everybody? It's Ultimate Blurs. We back once again. It's your boy Recruit Zero.
It's Uncle Charles. What it do?
And we here talking about something that's very ingrained in the nerd culture, sci-fi culture, very deeply. VR and AR what's the promise of VR and AR versus the reality of it? Because I know for me, growing up, seeing the holodeck in Star Trek, stuff like that, that joint was amazing. And I'm like, that'd be dope. And that was kind of the viewpoint that was kind of always teased whenever something in real life would come out talking about VR. And it was never at that level. I remember buying a Virtual Boy. Yeah. And it was like that black and red screen.
Yeah. You had a Virtual Boy?
Yeah. And it was just like trash.
What Queen say? He got money. A lot of Virtual Boy. Why he got money? I have one of those.
But that joint was like...
Did it work?
It was trash.
But I'm saying, did it at least... Because I think this is an interesting part. Yeah. Right? Did it at least deliver on some of the promise? Like, not at all.
Trash.
Okay, it's just trash. Okay.
And so, I mean, that is an early memory of like real life kind of product that was tied to the promise of VR. Yeah. And then, of course, we had the more recent things like the Meta Quest, all that stuff. I remember getting the headset you could put your phone in from Samsung. Yeah. And that was like, all right, it's just my phone.
Remember Google had a cardboard box?
Yeah, Google Cardboard, which is just a slot for your phone.
Let me.
It was like, bro, this is just my phone. Yeah, I feel like
my first VR was like the panel vision, the red joint with the circular things, and you put it on. It was like, that's about as
that's as close as you got
back then. Yeah, I mean, it was like seeing stuff on TV. I didn't have a.
But now we've had like MetaQuest, PSVR. We've had what's the Apple one? Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, Apple Vision Pro.
They're in what, like their second version now?
I'm starting, but
it's still like
the M5 chip.
Bruh.
Well, let me ask you this: when was the last time you put on a VR headset? How about that?
Probably the last time I used them Samsung joints that I had to click your phone into.
So you've never even used like the Quest or any of that?
Actually, that's the last thing I owned. I've used the Meta Quest playing Super Hot.
Okay, how'd you like that?
It was fun, but like it's not life-changing. It's like this, it was literally, I felt just another avenue of gaming that would be a special event for me. I wouldn't every day pop that on.
But did you like, have you ever tried to use like the full court, like front seat, sitting at courtside in the NBA game or anything like that?
I haven't tried that. No.
Okay. I haven't either, right? And so like my last experience was a couple years ago. I had like a VR bar. Yeah. And I think that's part of the problem with VR, right? It's too difficult to get the graphics and like the fidelity where you want it and still keep the price cheap. Right. And so even on like an AR tip, right, which we'll get to later, but the Vision Quest was like $3,200.
Right.
So like max level like MacBook.
Exactly.
MacBook Pro.
And like the biggest use case I see all the Apple fanboys talking about is like, oh, I can put up multiple screens and do my work. I'm not paying $3,200 to do work.
I think that's part of the thing with VR. If we were to say like, hey, like, why is it VR taking off? Right. And I think part of it is it's just the price versus like the technical specs. Yeah. So when I used it a couple years ago, I'm someone who games. So I'm thinking to myself like, this isn't even high level graphics. Right. It's a weird feeling, right? Like climbing, you feel, your mind does trick your body into feeling like, oh, you're in a place. And so what I've done was very limited. Yeah. So I didn't have a lot of like, and I think that's another point too, right? Is what they pushed or what they have pushed in the beginning has just been gaming. Yeah. Right. The adult industry tried. They made their, and people sleep. And I say that because like people forget, like, the adult entertainment industry has had like a hand in a lot of
pushing tech forward.
Yeah, and pushing tech forward and helping to choose certain formats. And so, you know, there was like that.
Yeah.
And I know like Meta has done the NBA, you know, like the court side.
Yeah.
But I haven't really, I think the tech and then the killer app. Cause like what would I buy it for?
That's what I'm saying. Cause like MetaQuest, of course, given Facebook changed their name to Meta, they were going hard with the metaverse thing, which seems to have flopped. And now I think that's gone to AI. But like, that was pretty much, I don't know if you remember. You remember Second Life?
I was about to say, shout out to Second Life. Second Life will always, like, we crap on Second Life, but there was something about Roblox. Yeah. I feel like got its life from that's a tangent, but let's keep going.
Yeah, it was pretty much like Second Life, but with a headset on, or PlayStation Home. Right.
No legs.
Or PlayStation Home just in your goggles.
Look like cheap Wii characters.
So I'm like, this is not like life changing. I just don't see it being like that because, and we've talked about this on other episodes, it's not needed. It's like a use case that's getting forced on us as a consumer product versus, hey, this is really a gap in your life. It's like we're making a gap that we then also solve.
We're looking for a problem, but not only that. You know, I remember reading about VR and even in trying it, you know, there's a level of like being disoriented.
Yeah.
And motion sickness and things that are super hard to, and is really based on the person.
Yeah.
And so not only is there not a killer app, and for a lot of times it feels like the tech isn't there, there's also just, I get sick using it. So why would I use this?
Yeah. I feel like, from what I've understood on the new versions, they've kind of fixed that somewhat, just like they fixed what they used to call it, the screen door effect of it, like the pixels not being small enough and look weird close to your eye. But of course, that's still a challenge because
battery.
Yeah, battery. They've, with the Vision Pro, apparently they've kind of helped with. They figured out the balancing so they can have enough battery, but it's not too heavy on your head. Yeah. So those are things that they actively are working on fixing, but it's still like, is a problem in one, is a solution in one of a problem.
I mean, I think they're cool applications, right? Like, I like F1. Would I put on VR to see what it's like to be Lewis Hamilton?
Right.
Yeah. Would I throw up? Probably. You know, would I put this on to get experiences that I probably would not experience? Yeah. Or to see if I, like, for example, I've thought about jumping out of a plane. I hate flying, but for some reason, jumping out of a plane feels like if I could do that, like I'm in there. Well, maybe I just want to see what it's like to, you know, on a cheap way, right? And
but that's the thing is like, it's built for novel experiences, not everyday experiences. Yeah. So it's like, am I going to pay $3,200 to do what? 6 F1 races a year? Yeah. No, like the TV's good enough. Yeah. Like,
and the other thing that we don't talk about, you know, as humans being social creatures, it's an isolating experience. Like I was on a date night to the VR bar, and when you put that headset on, the entire world disappears.
Exactly. And I mean now, I know MetaQuest and the Apple Vision, they have those parameters to where you can have the pass through, where you'll see your environment still and all that. But it's just like, at that point, why are you not just looking at the monitor? Yeah. Like
I do think that the thrill of VR is just because it's so, like you said, it's so ingrained in nerd culture.
Like it's like, oh, we've grown up on that. It's just like when people talk about having flying cars. When you think realistically about the logistics of flying cars, it's terrifying. But it's we grew up seeing the Jetsons and all that.
And we don't even have the infrastructure, or like we haven't built cities for flying cars.
No,
because who's flying through downtown Atlanta? Like downtown Atlanta.
They can barely drive through downtown Atlanta.
So now you're going to be able to like fly. Yeah, you're flying in a building, into a building, right? Like that's what's happening.
We don't need that.
No,
at all. So it's like we got expensive headsets. We have killer apps that's like super niche, and
look at who used to be in it. Like Valve was doing it at one time. You know, Oculus before Meta. I think not HTC. Was it HTC? One other company tried a headset. Yeah. Now it's just Meta.
It is, because I think companies are realizing, alongside with the continuous tech pivots, and of course now with AI, everybody's like on that mad rush to see what they can extract first. Yeah. But it's just like Facebook, I feel like they're ingrained because they bought Oculus, so they have to do something.
That's another point no one wants to talk that we haven't talked about. You have to be a Facebook user to use an Oculus.
Yeah, I mean,
not everybody likes Facebook like that.
Well, most people don't like it, but they're probably on it.
but like I have a Facebook account, but I don't. I never use it. But just having to I think especially in the beginning, there was a lot of pushback, and this is before it became Meta. It was just Facebook. I was like, what are you gonna do with my eyes? You know, like in the sense of, are you gonna hit me with a bunch of ads? Are you gonna hit me with a bunch of stuff? Yeah. What if I don't want my Facebook account tied to my VR? Because what if I'm, really into rock climbing, right? Yeah. And it's like, that's just something I want to save for me. And now all my friends see all the videos of me climbing rocks and it depends on what it could be. Or I like surgery videos, right? And I wanted to get a view of. So there was something about the company also that was tied to the device that I think made it a thing where it was, I don't really like this. Yeah. But I think VR is just 3D TV.
Yeah. Right. That died super quick.
But it always comes back around. 3D always comes back around because we just can't let it go. And we always want it to be the cool stuff we saw on TV. Yeah. But, and I think this is a good segue, because I do believe that a lot of people pivot from VR to AR.
Yes, for sure.
And now AR is the thing.
Because I think AR is a lower price of entry. You don't have to try to figure out the ergonomics of a headset and how to cram all the processing and power into something that's not going to break your neck after wearing it for 2 hours. And everybody has a phone. So it's like, and side note, I feel like just like AI's next boundary is going to be who can figure out how to host the LLMs locally on phones. Because then you don't, the privacy aspect, people don't want to have to upload everything and all their details to the cloud. Yeah. And you also offload a lot of your expense if you're not running cloud servers and to process everything.
And then you could pair the new headphones to the phone.
Right. So, and everybody has a phone. It's just like we spoken about with, what was it? The Friend or the Rabbit. Yeah. It's like having an extra device. People.
No one wants that.
Yeah. Knowing the timeline of technology, the greatest revolution of our lifetime technologically was getting everybody to carry a phone. Because before phones, we had to carry an MP3 player. I
say the internet, but
I mean, I'm saying
internet connectivity, like the ability to over a phone.
I mean, but the internet was created before.
I agree with you. Yeah. But I'm also adding on. Look at this, our first debate this season. I'm also just saying, the phone isn't the phone without.
No, for sure. I'm beyond the internet part. I mean, device-wise.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That was
the fact that it's all on one device.
All there, because that even killed the iPod.
Yeah, it's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll open your hotel door.
I've seen there's this really famous. Well, I don't know if it's famous, but for me, I've seen it in a lot of places. Graphic from an older magazine, where it's they lay out every device we used to have to carry next to a phone. It's like a camcorder, an MP3, or a Discman, all that type of stuff. And now it's all consolidated.
I randomly had a thought of tip drill video. Nelly has to double tap instead of swiping. Yeah, excuse my dad joke, but I'm just saying, like, it's all there, right? Like, we even put
so now it's down. Like, that was, even if we don't say technological change, cultural behavioral change, to just be like, hey, that's why we have people talking about, like, I get people saying they get phantom vibrations. I
definitely get that.
Yeah, like, I thought my phone was ringing in my pocket. Yeah. Because we've been so ingrained with my phone is on me. So now to try to make a break from that, to get people to be like, hey, I'm going to buy another device that is like, no, the real technological boundary is going to be getting AI on your phone, getting the AR as an experience through your phone.
So it's not glasses for you?
I mean, I feel like glasses might be lightweight enough to be boop. But like, it's still a boundary.
Let me ask you this. Let's say all the companies figured out AR to the point where now you go into Lens Crafters, you buy a pair of glasses, they swindle you for whatever, for the ultra high HDR, 4K lenses that make the lights at night look like lights and not Christmas lights. You do all that. And they say recruit 0, here we go. Yeah. Do you get them, or you're like, no, give me just the regular non-AR glasses?
I mean, for me, like, I know this is always my response when you ask me these things for these different topics. Yeah. But it's like, it's not that needed for me. It's just like, my brain still works. I don't need it like a heads up display 24/7 in my eyes.
But that's important because they're trying to sell you this, right? Like that's the whole thing. Is AR is supposed to be this next level thing where the interface is in front of you. Right. You don't have to look down. You could stay looking up. You could look at something. We have cameras in here, in the studio, and I could look at the camera and it could tell me what type of camera it was. It could show me where to buy it, and I could say, yeah, take me there. Hey, I'm down the street from a Best Buy, or it was a B&H Photo or whatever. Hey, just add it to the cart and go ahead and sit it down there, right? And so I get it, but also to your point, I know it comes with that.
Yeah, it's another outlet of consumerism. Because
it's advertising. It's advertising.
Everything you look at, would you like to buy?
Yeah, my eyes aren't safe. Because I know. Yeah, to your point, I look at a Honda Civic too long. It's bringing up something.
Latest prices at your local car dealership.
And I also, to your point, I wonder what the killer application for AR is. Because when I think about my actual day-to-day life, I can't think of something I want AR for.
No, like, I get it for navigation, having that easy interface of, I'm trying to get somewhere, the map pops up on my glasses or whatever. Yeah. But I can read a map.
Yeah. Like in construction, I can see it as like an overlay when you're walking a job site.
Yeah, right? Like, things like that.
But those are like, to your point, they're job specific, like very niche, very narrow focuses and applications.
Because otherwise, who wants to walk around with like Blade Runner in your eyes constantly? Like, you remember those neon digital billboards in the movie, and it's just like customized to you. Yeah. Even Minority Report, when he's trying to get away and like he hops on the train and it scans his eyes to then serve him personalized ads. Like, that's a nightmare.
and the other thing, a cultural thing, at least here in America, is no one wants to wear glasses. Even That's us true. That wear glasses.
Right. People wear contacts.
And even if they did not have to wear contacts, they wouldn't. Yeah. Like, if you didn't have to wear anything, like, do you imagine what it must be like to wake up and your eyes work? Like the way God really intended them to work? It used to be like
that for me till a few years ago.
Yeah. It's been like this for me, like, it feels like for forever, right? Astigmatism has, like, God was making me, it was like, ooh. Messed him up on the eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
He's smart though. He's smart, but like no one wants to put these on.
Right.
Like
and that's why they're having to work so hard to make them look aesthetically pleasing. Like the Facebook joints, they are made by Ray-Ban, and we have all these design options.
And it's an invasion of privacy too, because when you have AR and these technologies, you know, and we've seen it, right? You've seen the reports. I think it was some kids at Harvard or MIT or one of those schools. They hacked one of the Meta glasses to like almost
like real time,
like watchdogs. Like it sees the face and then brings up a profile, and you know, it's already bad enough. You know, people get filmed now with their phones and they don't request it. You know, people can become memes and they didn't ask to become a meme. Like they were wearing something or said something and they got, you know, someone uploaded them without their permission. Yeah, like that's only going to heighten the problem.
And that's gonna impede adoption because nobody wants to be looked at as a creep. It's like it's not worth it to, even if you're not doing anything. If the technology gets associated with a certain type of person doing weird stuff, you're not gonna want to take that chance.
I would be interested to see if you could see what someone sees. Like if you're looking at me with the AR glasses, can I see the overlay in your lens?
Right, that's a good point. Because I know I seen they had the Meta display ad, like teaser ad for the new versions where it's like actually has a projector to beam onto your lens. And they had this weird situation where somebody comes up to talk to the main character in the ad and he's like, Meta, focus mode. And it's like, bro, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna change a lot of societal kind of patterns on top of that. Cause I'm like, are you paying attention to what I'm saying? Or are you talking to your glasses?
Yeah, these are thick.
Yeah. Like the Meta displays, they have, because you need space for all the processing and all the different parts of the AR part. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just not needed. It's a cutting edge type thing where it'll be a status symbol, I think. Because that's what happened with the Google Glass. Yeah. It was very much a status symbol of, oh, I'm cutting edge, but it was in want of a problem to solve.
Yeah. And then you know, like I'm just kind of looking at the glasses just to see if they could answer that question, right? And it's like there's gonna be the dude on the subway with these glasses on the hub.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's weird, but it's like, you know, there's always like that guy on the phone, you know,
inappropriate.
Yeah, inappropriate. On his phone, on the subway, on the airplane.
That's why people buy it, to be weird.
To be weird. And I'm watching it now, and it's just, you know, like it will highlight the things. And to your point that you made earlier, you know, about trying to make something just less friction as possible. If I see something on a table and I'm at your house, why wouldn't I just ask you?
Right, instead of Meta, what is the, like, you trying to be super futuristic for no reason. But instead of just talking.
Yeah. But it's, you know, and we've talked about this before, right? Is these companies got a pimp to pay.
Yeah, they gotta pay back them venture capitalists.
They want their money. And so it's like you gotta find what the next thing is. But, you know, as we keep circling around this, hovering around this idea because it's so important is, but what's the killer app? What's the point?
Right, because I don't need it to just identify, hey, Meta, what's this? Hey, Meta, I can take my phone out and Google just fine. Yeah. That process and pattern has been well enough ingrained in most people to not need this extra device that does what your phone could already do.
And what you're saying is like the glasses will just remove the phone. Well, like,
I mean, but
dethrone the phone, right? Like,
I guess to some extent, if you just really get locked into the ecosystem, you could. But I don't know if they work independently completely of your phone or not.
But I'm saying, like, that's what it would take, though.
I mean, they'd want that, They'd want everything
it be like,
to
this is the new interface now? Like,
hey, Meta, make a call. Hey, Meta, Google, blah, 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 blah. And just be always on, always listening. Yeah. And let it all reside in your phone. I mean, in your glasses. But I don't know if I'd want that personally.
Yeah. I don't at all. Like the technology's not there. It's going to be a while.
Right.
But not only that, I don't know. Like, as I'm watching this video, it's what? Like, it's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, it's a novelty. But it did bring up a good question. What do you think it would take to dethrone the phone?
I mean, it would have to be one, you get rid of the stigma of wearing glasses.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Even though, but that's a weird thing. People don't like wearing glasses, but people are fine wearing sunglasses.
Because they make you look cool.
Right. So if you make it look cool.
They've tried with glasses for a million years.
They've increased adoption with what you call it. Blue light blockers.
Yeah.
Really pushing that. That makes people wear glasses that don't need glasses. So is that cultural shift, I think, of, hey, get Metas in sunglasses, or you could get transition lenses if you don't actually need glasses, where it's sunglasses and then just
okay, so there's one application I've always thought of where AR would just be like the sugar honey iced tea. Disneyland and Disney World. Like, could you imagine, like, everyone, if you're listening, just close your eyes. Think about Disney World or Disneyland. Yeah. If you've never been, just think about what it would be like if you went to Disney World or Disneyland and you pull up after they rob you for, the park hopper and the speed ticket line and all this other stuff, right? And then they give you these AR glasses. Right. And Disney World comes to life. Yeah. Soon as you walk in, Tinkerbell comes across the Magic Kingdoms, boop, waves at you. You're waiting in the lines, and the lines for these rides are designed based around. Sure. You're walking, or you're at Universal, and you're at for Harry Potter Land, and these things are happening around you as if it's real life. Right. The only time I think AR is acceptable is Disney World and Disneyland. Because now I'm waiting for a ride, or I'm waiting for something, and I see a dragon fly over, or I see some characters run somewhere, or, while I'm waiting in line, I see them a couple times. Characters keep, it's on a loop, but at least, while I'm looking around, it feels like this magical place. And more
immersive.
And more immersive. It steps it up. Right. There. That's the only time I think AR, for me, has like a killer application. Yeah. Other than that, I don't.
Okay, I feel that. So as we get toward the end of this conversation, there is one other major property I want to talk about because we spoke about the holodeck and stuff. Yeah. Ready Player One. Okay. I think that showed another vision of. That was more VR than anything.
Yeah, that's way more VR.
That showed another vision of like what it could be. Would you want to live in that type of life where it's like
no, because I had to live in a school bus.
So without the Earth being literally like a dystopia. Yeah, if it was to that level of immersive gaming life type thing, would you want to do that?
I'd give it a try. I would. I wouldn't live in there, but I would give it a try. Okay. But I think you hit on something that we know to be true. Yeah. They gonna want you to live in there. Right. It's not gonna be take it off. Yeah. People have like the crust around their face, right? They never took it off. It reminds me of Inception. When we think about this, right? About AR and VR, especially VR. Remember in Inception, there was like the opium dens, but it was like the sleep dens. And people just slept. Under. Yeah, they just stay. Like, I could see companies wanting you to just stay under the visor.
For sure.
And never leave.
Because that's just more ad revenue. I mean, I feel like that is a major issue with a lot of tech developments. It's never for... I mean, it's sold to us as improvement on life or just like a killer experience, but it's always, if you dig down a little, it's like ad revenue.
That's where it is. That's where it is, and it's we're hitting on a theme this season, right? Yeah. And it's a very interesting one, And if you've been listening and watching, like, like, technology is going into a weird space.
Yeah.
Like forcing itself into a weird space, and it doesn't have to.
Of extraction capitalism.
Yes. Yes. Your eyes now belong to us.
Yeah, it's like any experience you have, we're gonna figure out how we can sell ads alongside that.
All
so
your
you'll
base
want to
belong
buy
to
something.
us.
Yes. Yeah. That's not what the holodeck was about. The holodeck was about Data getting in there and playing a cowboy.
Yeah. X-Men in the Danger Room. Like that's very like limited things, not a 24/7 thing.
Yeah. And like,
can you imagine like VR us? Like someone put this
Right.
on to sit in the room with us?
That'd be kind of dope.
It would. But then we'd have to look over there and look over there and
we'd have to sell you ads of Ultimate Blur's merchandise.
timeshares, drop shipping,
Exactly.
cheap
But,
clothes from Alibaba.
I still hold out some hope that maybe one day we can find something that's not just a novel experience.
I don't think
for
we
VR,
will.
but given all these years and all these billions pumped into it, and we're at the level we're at now, is not feeling promising.
I'm gonna say it like this for my ending thought. As bad as the world is, no one's trying to abandon reality. Not that bad. Not true. For that reality.
That's true.
Not a free reality. What was it? A Second Life, Second World? Yeah, like one of those like open source free for everyone, maybe.
Right.
But a meta branded
Wally player, Ready Player One type life.
Yeah, I'm straight.
All right.
I'm straight.
Yo, let us know in the comments how do you interact with VR? Do you use AR? Besides, like, obviously, you've probably been playing Pokemon Go. That's AR.
I did do that.
Know. So if you rock with Pokemon Go, let us know in the comments. If you have Apple Vision Pro and you disagree with our assessment of it, let us know in the comments. And this has been another episode of Ultimate Blur. So thanks for rocking with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
We out.